This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we have this interesting bracelet that I just made. It is pattern 5641 on friendshipbracelets.net, but I've doubled it to make it even more complex. And I have to say, I haven't done a bracelet that is so repetitive in a really, really long time. Like this one kinda, it just keeps doing the same thing. And it takes me a few minutes. You'll see from like making it, it takes me a few minutes before I kind of figure out like, what do I want to do to try to make it as easy on myself as possible. At first it was like, I was going to segment the left and then the right, and then, you know, it just didn't seem to really click for me. And because there is a longer row that comes down, like this row right here, it's longer. And at one point there, I was looking at it and it seemed like, you know, making them both go outwards. And I'm like, yeah, I really don't like that. It's not easy to kind of, like all the strings are sort of like bunched in the middle or something. I don't know. Something about it just didn't click. And at some point I realized that I could make it so that the longer rows were just going to the right. Also, this middle part here, I decided kind of early on that I would always make that kind of go to the right, because the way that the whites sort of move around on the inside, kind of get them mixed up, kind of made it some kind of sense to me. So yeah, there's a whole like struggle to get things going, and eventually we'll get to the point where I can show you like what I thought was the most efficient way of doing it, but that comes a little bit later on. But this thing is like super repetitive. So this is like if you're like me and you can't keep count of how many spaces, do what I did. I measured it by time, because I know that I can basically do a bracelet of this size in about an hour. I did that and then counted out to see like how much further I really wanted to go. Another telltale sign is the dark strings here, in this case the dark brown, they get really used a lot more than the other one. So like they get really a lot shorter. I was able to do my tassels, but not like that determined how long my tassels would be. Like they would run out like right after that. So yeah, it was a little concerning towards the end. I'm not one of those people who really enjoys playing like chicken with the strings. So yeah, just make sure your strings are long enough for the dark ones. The light ones, there was no problem. They just get shuffled around inside there. They were all pretty long, so that part was fine. It's just these dark ones. At the end of the day though, the bracelet is really cool. And as far as like the edging, okay, so each time that little white one is on the outside, I made that come in, and then the dark one comes the outside, it goes right and then left, or opposite side to the left and right. But yeah, so here I started figuring out like, oh, I can make this so much easier on myself. Look at this, you know, and then do the white, then do the brown, then do the center pits. This is once it started to kind of click as to like what was the smarter way of doing it. And this way is pretty much what I do through the rest of the whole making this thing. Like I said, it took about an hour to do it, and you don't need the pattern for long. It just is a repetitive thing. I didn't look at the pattern. And there's no, I don't think you're likely to make a mistake once you kind of get it figured out. So yeah, get the right side done, and then you can bring this row down across there, and then it's a single, then the brown does its thing, and then another single, and then it's the double, and then you finish out the ones on the right. It's so easy once you get going. Like I said, it took me a minute to figure out what was the smarter way of doing it. And for this bracelet, you really just need 2 contrasting colors. And I like the colors that I chose, because like when I put it up against my skin, the light beige is almost my skin color, so it almost kind of, you don't notice it as much as the dark brown, and the dark brown is just this really cool repetitive thing. So I kind of get like why the single version of this made sense, because in the single stripe, that would just been a really cute little bracelet, you know. I totally get it. Doubling it makes it twice as fun, I guess. No, I don't know. The single version is still very cool. But if you can double it, then you can quadruple it, and then from there you can go, like, seriously, like once you master this whole art of taking a single bracelet and then doubling it, well, I don't know about tripling, like, because you go straight from 2 to 4, I would imagine, and from 4, double that again, you have 8 times the original. You can start getting into the bigger projects like making bags or making whatever you want to out of it. Like it's a fabric, so once, if you wanted to, you could make a skirt out of it, you could make a shirt, you know. It is a fabric. It's dense, it's a thick fabric, and it'll take a while for it to break in and become really comfortable. But yeah, like you could do a segment to put onto a denim jacket, for example, if you wanted to go crazy with it. Just, yeah, the possibilities are endless. I can't tell when the middle of this is going to be, so I'm going to go ahead and thank my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members for making all of this possible. We go through a lot of string around here between my wife and I. She's been making some really cool Kumi bracelets that are eventually going to end up in the shop. I need to sit down and figure out what I'm going to do with that and how to do it. So that's coming up, in case you're interested in those. And then of course all the stuff I make is there, so go check it out. And yeah, you know, if not making big things, you know, is some, you know, like you're not into the bigger projects, just buy one. My prices are pretty fair considering the amount of work that goes into these things. So yeah, go and check that out. And if you're interested in seeing kind of behind the scenes of me making the videos and doing stuff, you can do that by becoming a YouTube member, because they get to see all this. They can be watching me right now recording this to use to make for you guys. So that's all a thing right there. Yeah, I really, because it's just the same pattern, right? I have no way of seeing how long this thing is. But that's okay. It's still a thing. And you can see, like I said, once I kind of got it mastered into an art of doing, you know, a certain way, I just kind of ran with it. Kind of working a long way from the clip, like that's sort of a thing. But the pattern lends itself well to it. The big key is if you're working away from the clip, don't lift the project higher off of the board, because then you're changing the consistency of the knots. That's why when you make a candy stripe, it rolls, is because one side is really close to the clip and the other side is further away. And so it's that creates that roll that makes it so that way it starts to look like a spiraling staircase kind of thing. Like that's, if you keep the string, the one that's not moving, you keep it closer to the board, you're less likely to have it do that roll. So, or if you turn it so that way the whole bracelet is, you know, like making a straight row. That will definitely cure it from rolling. So yeah, try it out, see what you think. I think it's pretty cool. I did a video on that a long time ago, and I'm not sure that everybody has seen that yet, and it kind of makes me like think, if more people saw how that works, would that we see more bracelets that are like, you know, the candy stripe but flat? Possibly. It's a good possibility. But I just got to remind people out there that, you know, there is some genuine nuggets of wisdom in these videos that are kind of hidden between a lot of other stuff that I'm doing, like creating doubles, because I think teaching that and how easy it can be is something that needs to happen. Is people need to see, like, you know, instead of looking for another pattern on a web page, you can just make something. And in this case, I did an easy one. Maybe you change it up somehow. Maybe you make it a little bit different, make it your own. That's a possibility too, because I strongly stand by that. I definitely think every pattern should be just inspiration to do something else and do something fun. So, like in this case, right, the browns don't cross over to the other side. So you could make this to where the two sides are two separate colors with one background. That would have been really, really neat. Then if you made, instead of doubling it, you made 6 times the size, then you could make it all those stripes coming down as colors in the rainbow. All right, just give you an idea of like how you could take a simple pattern, amplify it like into something much, much bigger, much different. And yeah, you're right. If this turns into a rainbow coming down, I don't have something to measure it with, but yeah, basically it'd be 3 times the size of this bracelet, which is big, but it's not enormous. And then you would have basically 3 loops at the top, lots of little tassels to tie it off. But yeah, during what is it, June? That would be potentially a really great seller, because you know, people love having rainbows during the whole Pride Month thing. Give it a try. It could be fun. Maybe you want to just do, you know, make it 3 times the size of the original, and then you just do like blue, green, and purple. Well, I guess it would be purple, blue, then green. Have to put it in order. My brain was just like, no. Or you do hot colors, you know, hot colors with a black background. That would be cool as well. Like I said, like this could be like a launching board to something different and interesting and fun. And yeah, if you guys need help with that, I'm here. I can potentially help point you in the right directions, or maybe help you work out the pattern, or, you know, whatever. I think there's just so many things that we can do with this craft. And yeah, I think we still got a couple minutes left, and I'm totally running out of things to say. I can't watch the video and like know where I am, because it's just endlessly this. And I don't think I have done a pattern that is this repetitive in a really long time. I mean, even an arrowhead feels like there's a little bit more variety than what this is. Because it's just, these are just little tiny diamonds. It just keeps happening. There's no change up. It's not a change of the colors. It's just the same thing again and again. And I am not used to that. Like that's not my general go-to thing. But at the end of the day, it turns out cool. And I'm sure whoever gets the bracelet, they're gonna love it. The colors and stuff are really sharp, and the loop, the Kumi loop on it is like polka dotted, which is kind of neat. So I'm not sure. Typically when I hold it, I guess I'm holding it by the loop to show off the bracelet. Maybe I should change how I do that. But yeah, really cool. Mandy made that for me, so that's pretty neat. What else do I feel like I'm forgetting something like this, and I hate that feeling more than you know. But yeah, it's definitely pretty cool. Anyway, I don't think we have much left. I think we're getting down to the end. Like the last part of the video gets cut off, so I gotta kind of watch the time on this thing, because yeah, like I think when I went to count out like how far down I was, I think I messed up something and it didn't record part of the video, so it ends really abruptly this time. That's okay, you guys got the gist. So hey, thanks for hanging out with me this long. Really does wonders for the whole analytics and stuff for these videos, so thank you very much for that. I will be back with more stuff here shortly, so thanks. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.